सर्वोपरि। देश ही हो जिसकी पहचान, खतरों से आंखें मिलाने का हो जुनून, ऐसे हैं भारत के वीर जवान। इन्हीं फौलादी जज्बों को देती है सेना एक नई पहचान। दे देश को अपने 4 साल सीना तान संकल्प कर। बहुत खास है युवाओं के लिए ये देश सेवा का अवसर। चलो भरें भारतीय सेना में युवा जोश हम मिलकर। वर्दी का गौरव मिले जो एक स्वर्णिम कल से सजे, तमगे बढ़ाएं सीने की शान। शूरवीर योद्धा हमारे भरे आत्मनिर्भरता की उड़ान। अब पर्वत भी नहीं डिगा सके इनके हौसलों को, जिन्होंने किया कतरा कतरा देश के नाम। बने भारत के अग्निवीर, अग्निवीर बने।
Good morning and welcome to everybody. So we'll start with the 2 small clips, video clips, and thereafter we will start the proceedings. So you can have a look at the video clips on the screen to my left. Thank you. Good morning to you. I am Rear Admiral DS Gujral, Chief of Staff, Andaman Nicobar Command. I, on behalf of my other colleagues seated on the table, welcome all the media and press members of the Port Blair. Today we have gathered here to do a follow-up press brief to an important announcement which was made by Honorable Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh yesterday regarding the Agneepath scheme. So I will elaborate a few points about the scheme initially, and then we can take on certain questions and clarifications which you may have. To start, this Agneepath scheme is a transformational reform for the armed forces of the nation and aims to bring paradigm changes in the human resource management of the 3 services. Under the scheme, selected candidates will be enrolled as Agniveers. The people who are enrolled will be called Agniveer for 4 years service period. Post the period of 4 years, based on the requirement of the 3 services and the policies promulgated by the armed forces, 25% of the Agniveers will be enrolled in the armed forces as a regular cadre. On completion of the 4-year period, Agniveers will go to the society as disciplined, dynamic, motivated and skilled workforce for employment in other sectors to pursue their careers and jobs of their choices. The scheme provides an avenue to Indian youth driven by patriotic spirit and desirous of serving the country to get recruited in the armed forces for a short duration. At the same time, the scheme also enhances the youthful profile of the armed forces for organizational needs with improved ratio of the led to the leaders. The broad objective of the scheme are to enhance youthful profile of the armed forces so that they are at their fighting best at all times with increased risk-taking ability, to attract young talent from the society to effectively exploit, adopt and use emerging modern technologies with enhanced technical thresholds of intake whilst leveraging ITIs and other technical institutions, to provide an opportunity to the youth who may be keen to serve the nation in uniform, albeit for a shorter period of time, to mobilize and imbibe qualities of patriotism, discipline, courage, camaraderie and teamwork in the youth, and to provide skills such as discipline, dynamism, motivation and work skills so that the youth remain an asset to the country. It is a win-win situation for everybody when the government is launching the Agneepath scheme. For the nation, it means firstly to provide diversity, to reflect the demography of the nation, to promote national integration, instill a sense of nationalism and patriotism across everybody, and assist in nation building, that is to have a disciplined and skilled youth with military ethos in the civil society. For the armed forces, the benefits are that it will provide a youthful profile. We will have younger, fitter, diverse, more trainable and malleable to the changing dynamics. Selection of the best. Later on, once the Agneeveers are finishing their 4 years tenure, then through rigorous process, we will retain the best 25%, and it will provide optimal balance of youth and experience. That over the period of time, the age profile of the armed forces will come down, they will be more younger. And we will also be able to benefit from the technical prowess which the country has got by taking and recruiting people apart from other sources, also from ITIs and other technical institutions. For the individual, the benefits will be that it will provide more opportunity to the youth to serve the nation. The youth who join Agneeveer and Agneepath scheme will imbibe military discipline, ethos and training and improve future prospects. They will exit after completing 4 years, they will exit with certification. Certification of skill sets and diplomas and higher education, including credits, that will enable their smooth integration into society with value addition. They will also get a good financial package, which we will explain later. That will provide them to be more stable than their civilian counterparts who are not coming through the similar schemes. For the individuals, they'll be given training, they'll be exposed to team building, military ethos and camaraderie, which is forged over the years, and they will be confident and better citizens. So if you see, this is a win-win situation for the nation, for the armed forces, and for the individual as a whole. When the people join, they will be given certain customized packages which have been designed to be equivalent of the current regular forces of the similar rank and similar service. For example, in the first year, a person will get about 30,000 rupees, which will every year it will increase, and in the fourth year he will get about 40,000 rupees, out of which certain portion will be given to him in hand, and certain portion will go towards contributory corpus fund. In the first year, a person will contribute 9,000 per month. In the second year, the 30% of his salary will be about 9,900 rupees. The third year, 10,950, and in the fourth year, 12,000. What a person contributes towards his Seva Nidhi, that is what he will get when he leaves, the government will put in exactly the equal amount. And therefore, he would have contributed about 5.02 lakhs. The government will also put in 5.02 lakhs, and at the end of 4 years, he will take back 10.042 lakhs plus interest, which accrues thereon as income tax free. This is in addition to what he is being paid. So the overall emoluments go above 23.5 lakhs. What he gets paid and then what he gets paid as a seva nidhi. In addition, he will be given other allowances also. He will get his hardship and risk allowance, clothing allowance, there is uniform maintenance allowance, travelling allowance, and all other allowances which are applicable. There are certain, being in armed forces, certain provisions have also been catered in case a person, while in the line of duty, makes supreme sacrifice or he gets disabled. Those provisions have also been made. And for the people, 25% of the people who get selected for the further service in the regular cadre, they will get back what they have contributed, 5.02 lakhs, and the other portion obviously will not be applicable to them. So it's a very transformational scheme which is going to, over the next 5-6 years, bring down the age profile. The average age of the armed forces, which is today stands at about 32 years, will come down to close to about 26 years. That will be a very major factor. With that, I will now take on certain questions, and we will try to answer certain queries or any clarifications which you have got. Thank you.
जब से होश संभाला सपना यही था कि कैसे देश के काम आ जाऊं। सीने में सुलगती देश प्रेम की अग्नि, हो तन समर्पित, हो मन समर्पित। एक मौका अपने, अपनों और देश के लिए। चौखट के बाहर कर रहा इंतजार, गर्व से भरा एक उज्जवल भविष्य, एक अग्निपथ। मौका देश के लिए कुछ कर दिखाने का, मौका सशस्त्र बलों के हिस्सा बनने का। प्रशिक्षण जो तराशेगा आपको, रोमांच दौड़ता रग रग में तुम्हारी। आकर्षक वेतन, अग्निवीर बने। सैन्य सेवा के बाद सुनहरे भविष्य का अवसर, अवसर एक आदर्श और कुशल नागरिक बनने का। सदा समाज की सेवा में, देश सेवा में।
अंडमान से जुड़ी सभी छोटी बड़ी खबरें देखने के लिए हमारे अपने न्यूज आज तक यूट्यूब चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकॉन प्रेस करना ना भूलें। हमारा अपना न्यूज आज तक, अब सच देखेगा अंडमान।